2K and Supermassive Games have just announced a new horror narrative called The Quarry. In this game, your choices, big and small, will shape the story and determine who lives and who dies. So for every choice you make, there is a consequence to face. Choose wisely.
This is Lux War Scales. Let's get into it.
The Quarry is an interactive survival horror drama that's widely considered to be the spiritual successor to Until Dawn, which released in 2015 and is said to be one of the best interactive experiences out there. Now, according to Supermassive Games creative director Will Biles, The Quarry is directly inspired and influenced by horror movies like Friday the 13th, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Deliverance, Sleepaway Camp, and The Hills Have Eyes. You can expect to see elements of these films in the game, along with lots of blood and gore and the usual jump scares. The Quarry's game setting takes place at Hackett Quarry Summer Camp in upstate New York. It's the last day of summer camp and 19 counselors find themselves stuck at a camp for one final night. This will be the starting point where this thrilling cinematic tale begins, where you as a player control the fate of these 9 characters and must survive the night against sinister locals and an even deadlier unknown predator. Like its former predecessor Until Dawn, the game features a variety of plots that can take many paths, where your actions or inaction can determine the fate of the characters and their relationships. According to Supermassive Games, the gameplay length should be about roughly 10 hours long. However, with the game's full branching plot, each character can die a variety of ways. Now, this can also affect the game's length because the untimely death of some characters can shorten the playthrough to around 7 hours. The game has a death rewind feature that unlocks after your first playthrough. The death rewind mechanics gives you the chance where if a character dies, it can be used to bring them back to life. You'll be able to reverse any character's death, but only up to 3 times during the playthrough. There will also be a featured co-op mode for either local or online play. When playing locally, it'll allow players to take turns in controlling the characters, while playing online will allow the host to invite a party up to 7 players as they cast their votes on the many decisions that the host takes over the course of the playthrough. And guess what? Only the host will need to have a full copy of the game, while others will only need to download the free demo to watch along and vote on crucial decisions. Supermassive game developers aim to make The Quarry accessible to all with a feature called Movie Mode. In Movie Mode, there are 3 different options to choose from. Everyone lives, everyone dies, and then there's the director's chair option. The first 2 options are pretty much self-explanatory, good ending, bad ending, while the third option, the director's chair, essentially allows you to script the behavior of each of the 9 characters at the start of the narrative before it unfolds. So, will they be cautious or will they be bold? Will they be sympathetic or will they be distrusting? These will be the many possibilities for you to decide. The Quarry will also feature a star-studded cast with the likes of David Arquette, Ariel, Brenda Song, and Justice Smith, among others, lending their recognizable voices, faces, and talents to these characters. Will you be daring enough to look behind the trapdoor? Will you go into the woods and investigate the screams that echo from within the forest? Will you risk your life to save your friends? Or will you take the easy option and run? Every choice, big or small, shapes your story and determines who lived to tell the tale. If you like games with high stakes where your choices matter, then this may be the game for you. So the only other question left to ask is, who will survive under your guidance? The Quarry is set to release on June 10th for PC, PS4 and PS5, and Xbox Series S and X.